My name is Tess Sweet. I'm the director of the short film I Love You Like Crazy. It's a short film. It's a dark comedy that takes place in the wild and wonderful world of the psychiatric hospital. It's a love story, and it's about two characters, really wacky, disturbed people who come together and sort of teach each other how to love through this interesting and sick and twisted relationship. I got the inspiration for I Love You Like Crazy from my obsession with watching crazy people. Like, I'm really interested in mental illness, and I love watching people on the public bus. Like, I used to ride the bus every day to UCLA and just watch people, and it really inspired my writing. Most of the characters in the psychiatric hospital that the film takes place in are based on people that I've seen or people that I've encountered. Also, I really felt strongly about pushing myself to try to create a love story. I've never made a love story before, and I wanted to try to really get that chemistry between two people, which I think I really succeeded in. They had a great chemistry. My two actors were like so cute together, and if you saw them separately, like, you would never picture them together, but they just nailed it. They did really well. And yeah, I wanted to challenge myself to do that, because I think that if you don't buy a relationship in a love story, if you don't, believe that they're a couple, it can just kind of blow the movie. And I think they did a really good job.
Great.
Plus, it's hard. I think with comedy, it's hard to be funny and sad and dark. My films are very specific and kind of niche in that. They're funny, but they're also sad, and for actors to pull that off, it's challenging. Like, when I did my casting and I was reading people for the parts, if my stuff on the page reads very dark and really sad, and it really takes a talented comic actor to make it funny. I'd say, well, my favorite movie of all time is Harold and Maude, and the flavor of it is very similar to my interests in that it's very funny, but it's very poignant and touching and sweet and sad and twisted all at the same time. It's a brilliant film. I've seen it like 100 times. I know every line. Everybody has their one movie. Harold and Maude is definitely my one movie. And also because the characters, like particularly Maude, the female lead, she's such a hero. And I want to make films that inspire people and where people see on the screen, like at the end of the movie, they're left feeling good and inspired and hopeful. I'm a big fan of the Hollywood happy ending. If it ends sad, I'm just like, I don't even care. I don't want to make a sad movie. I don't want to make anybody left with questions or depressed at the end of my films. I want the losers to win. That's kind of always my through line. I would say the biggest thing to remember is that you cannot settle when it comes to casting. I think choosing a poor actor will just destroy any piece of good writing. And for me, particularly with comedy, I always have a very tough time, but I won't settle. Like, I've brought in 60 women for a lead before, and I didn't even cast any of them. I ended up casting a comedian based on a reel of hers online. She didn't even read for the part, and she came and she nailed it. That was 2 films ago. But I'd say, one, never settle with casting. And the other thing that I think is really important for young filmmakers is to keep in mind production design and to make every frame really speak to you. I think so often with an amateur film, people just buy stuff from IKEA and like hang it on the walls, and you can still see creases in the curtains, like, oh, it's dressed, the set's ready. And I feel like you have to bring character into every environment, fill the frame with who the characters are. I'm super into production design. All my films, like every room, every moment, like really speaks to the story. And, all my characters are kind of OCD and kooky and collect things. And I think that makes them more real if you give them, a space to really come to life. So that's it, production design and casting.
Creating some good texture.
Absolutely. Yeah, color, and like if you stop the camera and every frame is something you'd want to like hang on the wall. Keep it visually interesting, and the power of a close-up at the right moment.